I really don't want to say something about, like, I didn't intend to make a video about Diego Jota demise. Like, I didn't want to say something about it, but I've been feeling so terrible, like, until I decided to make a video this morning. There's something I've noticed that happens each time a person passes, especially a young person. People begin to think about their life, people begin to reason and see the mistakes in their life and see how they need to make amends and how they need to make plans. For example, maybe somebody is young, and because Diego has 3 children, at least they will begin to be like, let me get married so that I can have children, and even if I pass, I won't have that. Like, people, at least I have children. But there are so many things that are involved in life. Before a guy decides to get married, in the aspect of man, before a guy decides to get married, there are things you need to have in mind. Like, first of all, when you're alone, if you drive, let's say you drive on 100, like your speed is 100, you know that that's because you don't care, you don't even, like, you're just carefree, you just drive as fast as you want. But there's something you need to know. The moment you decide to get married to a woman, you know that you have a responsibility. You should be ready to, like, reduce the speed at least from 100 to 80 or 70. That's because you have that woman in mind. You know that, okay, you're living for 2 people at the moment. You're not living for just yourself, so that if when you die, you don't leave somebody to be crying bitterly. So you have to reduce at least from 100 to 80 or 70. And then when you have children, you know that you have more responsibility. You're living for more people at the moment. I'm not even talking about your family, your parents. Those ones, at least, is another reason why you have to be careful with your life. So when you have children now, you need to, like, reduce from, let's say, if you reduce to 70, you have to reduce to at least 50 or even 50, maybe your speed limit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just giving an instant. Do you get? This alone shows that you are responsible and you're very careful with whatever you're doing. Forget, I'm not trying to blame Jota, but whether we like it or not, there is somebody to be blamed in this whole situation. If he wasn't on speed, there is no way this wouldn't have happened. Although at the end of the day, we know that when your time is due, nothing will hinder it. You're just going regardless. You can just stand and slump. But we are talking about precaution at the moment. Probably he was speeding on the highest speed because he was rushing ahead. He was going for training, forgetting that he just got wedded, like some days ago. Like, some days ago, he forgot about that. And then he was just riding on the highest speed. Forget, I don't know if he was the one driving on the or his brother. I didn't get this whole story clearly, to be honest with you. But regardless, if he was the one driving, but this is what somebody needs to put in mind. Like, if you have family, you have children, you have a wife, you have to reduce whatever you're doing. If you were doing it when you were single, like, you have to reduce it. And this is the same thing applied to a woman. I'm not really specifying on a man at the moment, as it is right now. So maybe if you used to drink, like, maybe 10 bottles of alcohol in a day before, if you get married, you know at this time you have to reduce it to at least 5, at least. Then if you have children, you know you have to reduce it to 2, because you're living for 2 people, you're living for 3 people, you're living for 4 people. Do you know how devastated this whole thing is for the family of Jota? Do you know what it is to be wedded? Like, do you know what it is to be married to somebody of your dream, somebody you've been with for years, for more than a decade, and then all of a sudden, when you decided to tie the knot and you're dying, do you know what it is for a family to own two children, and all of a sudden they are all gone. Do you know what it is to grow without a father? It's frustrating, it's devastating, it's heartbreaking. Man, if me as a stranger could cry for Diego Jota, imagine what. I'm sure the wife is just mute at the moment. She's mute. God, may the soul of these guys rest in peace. It's so. As a football lover, if this did not touch you, then you need to check yourself if you're a real human being. Honestly.